The story unfolds in a small, secluded town named Eldridge Hollow, surrounded by dense forests and ancient ruins. The town is known for its folklore and numerous unsolved mysteries. One crisp autumn day, Daniel Hawthorne was meticulously studying old maps in his dimly lit study, the walls lined with artifacts from his many explorations. Despite his years of solitude, a flicker of excitement filled the air as he considered embarking on a new adventure to explore the ruins of Eldridge Cathedral, a long-abandoned Gothic structure rumored to harbor mystical secrets. Meanwhile, Ella Bennett, a vibrant photographer with an insatiable thirst for adventure, had just moved to Eldridge Hollow. Having heard whispers of the cathedral's beauty and mystery, she was determined to capture its haunting essence through her camera lens. Their paths crossed in the local coffee shop, where Daniel, deep in thought, accidentally bumped into Ella. Coffee spilled, and amid apologies, they engaged in conversation. Ella's enthusiasm for photography captivated Daniel, while he shared snippets of his archaeological experiences. Intrigued by each other, they decided to explore the cathedral together. The following day, equipped with cameras and archaeological tools, they made their way to the cathedral's skeletal remains, half hidden under a blanket of ivy. As they approached the entrance, a heavy silence enveloped them. Inside, the sunlight streamed through shattered stained glass windows, casting colorful patterns on the dusty floor. Daniel began examining the ancient inscriptions on the walls, lost in their historical significance, while Ella roamed with her camera, capturing the surreal beauty around. As Ella focused her lens on a peculiar corner, she noticed a glimmering object amidst the rubble. Curiosity piqued, she knelt to retrieve it, an intricately carved pendant. It pulsed with an oddly warm energy, almost as if it were alive. Instinctively, she slipped it around her neck, feeling a rush of adrenaline. "Ella, be careful with that, Daniel warned. Spaisam, Shimon, noticing the pendant. Legend says it belonged to a priest who used dark magic to safeguard the cathedral." Despite the warning, Ella was too fascinated to remove it. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. As darkness enveloped them, they witnessed a haunting apparition emerge from the shadows. It was the spirit of the long-lost priest, eyes burning with anger, shrouded in ethereal mist. The room trembled as he pointed at Ella. His panic surged through Daniel, who realized they were in grave danger. He recalled an old myth that spoke of the pendant's curse. It was a key, not for unlocking, but for binding the spirit. "Ella!" he shouted against the cacophony of whispers. "Remove the pendant and give it to me. It's the only way." With a surge of willpower, Ella tore her gaze from the specter and yanked the pendant from her neck. As she handed it to Daniel, the shadows recoiled, their whispers crescendoing into a wail of despair. Daniel clutched the pendant tightly, murmuring an incantation he had learned from his studies. Gradually, the shadows began to dissipate. The priest's figure twisted in agony, caught between worlds, until finally, with a final heart-wrenching scream, he was pulled back into the void. The cathedral returned to its eerie stillness, sunlight filtering through the windows, dispelling the darkness. Breathless, Daniel and Ella stood silently amidst the ruins, the weight of their experience settling over them. Ella's eyes brimmed with tears as she recognized the risk she had unwittingly taken, and gratitude filled her heart toward Daniel for rescuing them. "I'm so sorry," she whispered, feeling the... Daniel, still shaken but relieved, placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. "We faced something ancient and powerful today, but we also overcame it together. You showed great courage, Ella." As they left the ruins, the bond between them deepened, forged in the fires of a shared experience. They pledged to return, not just to explore, but to uncover more stories hidden within the shadows of Eldridge Hollow, no longer as strangers, but as partners in adventure. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, an inexplicable warmth filled the air, hinting that their journey into the mystery of the world and of each other's hearts was just beginning of the story.